In the drab, monotonous rhythm of the factory, two souls moved in different orbits. Marta was the quiet one, a shadow who kept her head down and her heart even lower, guarded against the harshness of the world. Then there was Fina, a brilliant burst of sunlight in that gray, weary place. She was bold, confident, armed with a smile that could melt the coldest fears. They were like night and day, yet in each other, they discovered what life had relentlessly denied them, a glimmer of tenderness, a breath of freedom. It all started as a friendship, a mosaic pieced together from stolen moments. A shared cigarette behind the clang and clamor of the warehouse, a comforting hand on a tired shoulder, quiet laughter swallowed by the roar of machinery. These simple gestures were the surface of a deep, simmering current, an unspoken truth that neither of them dared to name. But the pull was undeniable, a magnetic force drawing them closer with each passing day. That evening, the air itself felt different, thick with a sense of finality. The other workers had trudged home, leaving the dormitory corridors to echo with a hollow silence. Fina stood by the window of her small, bare room, her gaze lost in the moonlight that spilled across the deserted courtyard. A knock on her door was the last thing she expected, but when it came, her heart didn't just skip a beat, it soared. "Marta," she breathed, her voice a fragile whisper, caught somewhere between surprise and a desperate hope. Marta stood in the doorway, her usual composure frayed. "I couldn't sleep," she said, her voice soft, almost apologetic. "Everything feels so heavy, except when I'm near you." The silence that followed wasn't empty. It pulsed with everything left unsaid, with years of longing and unspoken desires. Fina took a tentative step forward, her eyes locking with Marta's. "You don't have to hide here," she murmured, her voice a balm on Marta's frayed nerves. "Not from me." In that moment, something inside Marta fractured and broke open, all the fear, all the yearning she had buried beneath layers of duty and routine. She reached out, her hand trembling slightly as she brushed a stray strand of hair from Fina's face. The touch lingered, a delicate question hanging in the air between them. And then, Fina closed the distance. Their lips met slowly at first, a hesitant exploration, asking for permission. The kiss was warm, trembling with the weight of years of restraint. It was a dam breaking. Fina cupped Marta's face, her thumb tracing the line of her jaw as she deepened the kiss, pouring all her unspoken feelings into that single touch. Marta's hands found their way to Fina's waist, pulling her closer, anchoring herself to this one moment of pure, unadulterated truth. They were lost, breathing the same air, their heartbeats sinking into a single, frantic rhythm. The world outside, with its rules and judgments, simply faded away. All that remained was the gentle friction of their lips, the soft sighs of release, and the undeniable certainty of their connection. Marta's tears, hot and silent, mixed with Fina's kisses, each one a baptism, washing away the fear of being seen, of being judged for who she truly was. When they finally, reluctantly, pulled apart, the only sound in the room was their shared breath, ragged and deep. "I've dreamed of this," Marta confessed, her voice thick with emotion, "of being free, even just for one night." A beautiful, soft smile bloomed on Fina's face as she rested her forehead against Marta's. "Then let tonight be ours," she whispered. "No walls, no fear, only us." They lay together on the narrow bed, bathed in the soft glow of the moon, wrapped in the scent of each other's skin and the profound safety of their embrace. Fina gently took Marta's hand, her fingers tracing the calloused lines and scars, a roadmap of her resilience, a story of strength earned through hard labor. "You deserve softness," Fina whispered into the quiet of the room. "You deserve to be loved." For the first time, Marta let herself believe it. A teary smile touched her lips. "You make me believe that's possible." As the night deepened, they shared everything they had held back. Laughter that had been suppressed, memories that had been locked away, whispered promises for a future they hadn't dared to imagine. Their kisses grew slower, deeper, each one filled with a universe of meaning. This wasn't just passion, it was liberation. It was the profound, soul-shaking recognition that happens when two spirits see each other clearly, beyond the confines of rules and expectations. When dawn began to creep through the thin curtains, painting their faces in streaks of gold, Marta stirred, her head resting peacefully on Fina's shoulder. The inevitable question hung in the air. "What happens now?" she asked, her voice a soft murmur against the morning quiet. Fina turned to her, her eyes glowing with a newfound resolve. "Now," she said, her voice firm but gentle, "we live, maybe not loudly, but truly. Whatever happens from this day forward, this night will always be ours, a dream of freedom that we made real. Just then, the familiar, jarring sound of the factory whistle blew, calling the workers back to their posts, back to their lives. But for Marta and Fina, everything had changed. As they rose from the bed, their hands found each other, fingers intertwining in a silent, unbreakable promise. A promise that a love once awakened could never, ever be silenced again. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If it touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that celebrates love in all its forms. We'll see you next time.